I don't know about you, but when I hear someone mention Mallorca, the first thing that comes to mind are beaches, expensive hotels, and tourists. Lots of tourists. But there's another side to this island that has mountains, unspoiled nature, thick forests, and lots of different hiking trails. One of them definitely stands out above others, the GR221, which crosses the whole mountain range from the west coast to east. This is the story of how we hiked over Mallorca in 7 days while sleeping only in our tents. We started our adventure at the beginning of April while spring was in full bloom. We grabbed a quick coffee, bought some food and packed it into our backpacks, and we were on our way. Here we are, finally on the GR221 hiking trail, together with my wife, Ilse.
Hi.
For the next 7 days on this beautiful rocky island. We're doing this at the beginning of April, and I must say that the weather now is pretty much perfect for this hike. I imagine that it will be quite difficult to do it during the summer when it's too hot. Right now it's about 20 degrees Celsius during the day and 10 degrees during the night, which is perfect because we're planning on sleeping in a tent for all these 7 days. It's now 1 in the afternoon. We started our hike pretty late, at about 10 I think. We climbed up a hill, had a lunch, and now we're heading down over to another city near the beach. We're gonna grab a beer there or something, maybe go for a swim, and then climb back up some mountains and find a place where we can set up our tent. Just finished setting up the tent. I set it up over there on this ridge overlooking this valley. It is a bit windy today, and on the GR221 it is a bit hard to find good flat spots where you can set up the tent. There is a lot of wind over here right now as well, but much less compared to those places. But I think overall it's a pretty nice spot with some pretty good views. It's almost 9 in the morning. We just had our breakfast. We're now making some coffee. And in the night we slept pretty bad, honestly, because as you can see, it is pretty windy, and in the night it was even more windy than this. Oh yeah, the coffee seems to be ready. Anyway, today we're continuing with a pretty high climb up to 800 meters. It looked pretty steep. We're now at 300 meters, and then we're going down to another city back near the sea. It's currently 6 in the evening. We've done about 22 kilometers today, so roughly the same as yesterday, and honestly we are both pretty tired. So what we've done over here is already set up our tent. We found a pretty good location, sheltered from the wind, because tonight it's going to be windy again. And yeah, we're gonna hit the bed pretty early because we're both very tired. We're gonna cook the dinner and then go to sleep. The dinner is already cooking, and tonight we're eating some pasta, some pre-made pasta with cheese, added with a bit of soy, some olive oil, and a bit of salt mixed with some spices. Almost afternoon in day 3. We just went through one smaller coastal town where we had some lunch, and now we're heading to the next town called Accross, where there's going to be larger shops and we will be able to resupply, get some new food. We're going through this cool forest track. Honestly, most of the GR221 is something like this. And one thing about the GR221 that I haven't said before is that actually a lot of people hike it. I guess I was expecting that we would see a few people, but we're seeing like hikers with big backpacks like us every 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So like 50, we mean like 50 hikers per day or something. I guess now it's like the peak season to do this because it's early spring. It's warm, it's not too warm. Pretty much the perfect time to do this. It's currently 7 in the evening. Today we've done 27 kilometers and I think we're calling it a day. So the trail is heading up over there, and here we found pretty much the perfect campsite. So because a lot of people are hiking this trail, if you keep your eye out, you can find a lot of places like these flat spots where you can set up your tent, even though it technically isn't illegal to wild camp here. Today we also understood why this trail is called the Dry Stone Path. Dry essentially because we haven't seen any running water, no springs, no rivers or whatever. You can get fresh drinking water when you're passing through cities. There are some founts available, or if not, you can go to a bar and ask to refill your water bottles, which we did one time. And Stone Path because essentially today most of the path we were walking on old mule tracks that were made from stone. So Dry Stone Path is a really suiting name for this trail. We're now at the highest point for today, which is just above 900 meters. And luckily the clouds cleared out and we can see a lot around us, which is really nice because as we were climbing up, there was a lot of cloud cover on top and you couldn't see pretty much anything. The clouds are already rolling in, but you can just barely see the peninsula over there through those clouds where we're planning to camp. Good morning, everyone. Morning of day 5, I think. We're currently taking down our tent. We slept in a forest, again, hidden underneath some trees, pretty sheltered, a pretty good camp spot. Yesterday was a somewhat uneventful day, but we're very excited for today because we're finally heading up some higher mountains to some of the highest peaks in Mallorca, which should be pretty nice. Hi. Tonight's pretty much the first night when we get a properly good campsite in the mountains. So here's our tent. It's set up on a flat ledge overhanging this cliff. Check out this moss, it's super soft. I just want to hang out here with my bare feet, but it's already getting pretty cold. So there's a cliff overhanging here. That's the highest peak in Mallorca. And over there you can just barely see a lake. There are only 2 large lakes here in this mountain range, and one is over there and one is over there, which we passed just before. And over here is my beautiful wife cooking us some beautiful dinner. Thank you, my beautiful wife. So we'll be finishing this trail tomorrow near the sea, and we still need to do another 22 kilometers, but it should be fairly easy. No steep climbs anymore. It should probably go through forests and then end near the sea. And yeah, we're very excited to finish it. It was a really, really nice trail. All right, that's it. We've now crossed Mallorca from coast to coast in 7 days. If you're doing this trail, consider skipping the last section from Poyenza to Port de Poyenza, because honestly it was pretty boring, flat, and it went right next to a very busy highway. We've enjoyed this trail very much. We had some pleasant weather, some really nice views, and overall it was a really nice way to open our hiking season. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye!